Every now and then, a product comes along that doesn't try to reinvent anything, it just tries to refine what already works. And that's exactly where this monitor sits. On paper, this is the Samsung 27-inch Odyssey G5 G50F QHD gaming monitor. But spec sheets only tell half the story. What really matters is how it behaves when you actually sit down, launch a game, and everything on screen responds just a little faster than you expect. First impression is pretty straightforward. It's clean, minimal, and very Samsung in its design language. Thin bezels, a simple stand, no aggressive, gaming aesthetics screaming at you from across the room. It feels like something you can comfortably keep on your desk every single day without getting tired of looking at it. But the moment you power it on, the conversation changes. That 180Hz refresh rate paired with a QHD panel is where things immediately feel different. If you're coming from 60Hz or even 120Hz, the jump is not something you have to look for, you instantly notice it. Everything from cursor movement to scrolling to in-game motion feels significantly smoother. It's the kind of smoothness that makes your old display feel slightly slow in comparison, even if you never thought it was before. This is a fast IPS panel, which means you're getting a nice balance here. You're not sacrificing speed for color accuracy, and you're not sacrificing color accuracy for speed. The result is a display that feels responsive while still keeping visuals clean and consistent from different viewing angles. It's not trying to be OLED, and it doesn't pretend to be. Instead, it focuses on delivering a solid, reliable experience without extremes. HDR10 support is included, and while it's not going to deliver high-end cinematic HDR performance, it does add a bit more depth in certain scenes. Bright highlights stand out a little more, shadows feel slightly more defined, and overall contrast gets a subtle but noticeable lift in supported content. Where this monitor really starts to shine is responsiveness. That 1 millisecond response time claim actually translates into noticeably sharp motion handling, especially in fast-paced games. Less blur, less ghosting, more clarity when things get intense on screen. Pair that with NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility and AMD FreeSync support, and you're looking at a display that stays smooth even when frame rates aren't perfectly stable. No distracting tearing, no uneven motion, just consistent gameplay. Now the real question is always the same. Does it actually change your experience? And the answer is yes, but not in a dramatic way. It doesn't make you a better player overnight. It doesn't suddenly upgrade your skill level. What it does is remove friction. Input feels more immediate, movement feels more connected, and everything just reacts closer to real time. And once you get used to that, going back to a lower refresh rate display feels like a downgrade you can't ignore. Outside of gaming, it still holds up well. Browsing feels smoother, multitasking feels more fluid, and watching content feels cleaner thanks to the QHD resolution combined with high refresh performance. The design also helps here. The adjustable stand gives you tilt and height flexibility, which becomes surprisingly important during long sessions. And visually, it doesn't dominate your desk setup, it blends in, which is exactly what a lot of people want. Of course, it's not trying to compete with ultra-premium displays. You're not getting OLED-level blacks or flagship HDR brightness. But that's not the point of this monitor. The point is balance. Performance where it matters, visuals that are solid, and a price-to-experience ratio that makes sense for most gamers stepping into higher refresh rate territory. So in the end, this isn't about flashy features or marketing buzzwords. It's about consistency. A display that feels fast, looks clean, and quietly improves everything you do on it without making a big scene about it. And in a market full of overcomplicated gaming monitors, that simplicity might actually be its strongest feature.